So guys, to perfectly pad your bustier or your princess dart using this quick hack method, like you will not believe the outcome. So this is for you that don't want to bust cage or use the normal umbra cup. So after interfacing with your normal STL is very good. Then for the bust part, from your under bust, guys, under bust to your upper bust, you are going to cut your wording, forming your own padding. See how I cut it here? You're going to be cutting on all panels, the middle panel, the unfold part, and the other two sides of your panel, of your bodies. So I just notched the under bust, so it has to be accurate. Now, you guys, your under bust notching is very key so that your padding would not extend below the under bust. So after cutting the wording, you're going to be trimming out ½ inch or whatsoever your sewing allowance is, but I believe your sewing allowance is not supposed to be more than ½ inch. So I'm trying to trim out my ½ inch from the worded part actually. So you do the same thing for the bust part of your panel. So you check accurately. Now see how I did my cut. I actually did not use any measurement, so it's not as if I tell you I used any measurement. I just gauged with my eye so that it would give me the size of like a bra after sewing. So you guys, if your wording has enough glue that can stick when ironing, you don't need to use the hemming gum. I only use the hemming gum here because the wording I got, or maybe the wording in the market, you guys know that the wording in the market these days is not the strong one, so I needed to use the hemming gum. So if you have a very good wording that does not need that, has enough glue, please keep the hemming gum. So after ironing perfectly, leaving out the half seam allowance, very important. Do not iron on the half seam sewing allowance. So after ironing, you take it over to your sewing machine. After you've completely ironed, take it over to your sewing machine and you sew on the ½ inch. My own is ½ inch sewing allowance, guys, so that is why I am using the ½ inch sewing allowance over here. So I went ahead to give it a good press. I open press. I have my own made tailor's arm. If you don't have a tailor's arm, I don't know, you guys, you need a tailor's arm for this perfectly. I think I've had my tailor's arm for over 5-6 years now, so I'll need to make another one because it was handmade. So you give it a very nice open press. You open it perfectly, ensuring the seam are widely opened. It is very important. And I use the steam iron here, as you can see. So look at the result, guys. But you're not ending there. To now make it permanently fixed, you get a strip of stay, I think about 2 inches wide. Then you place over the seam and press it down. Now this secures the seam. You know, sometimes when you put on the dress, you realize that you tend to want to sew it, but this would not happen. You tend to want to move it to make it sit properly. This would not happen. The stay sewing on that allowance makes it sit properly. You guys, you are not even going to believe the outcome. This is one of the hacks I am going to be trying in 2026. Like, I am really going to be trying this hack in 2026 for my bustier, for my princess dart, and it is really a good one. So if you are like me, you don't want to bust cage, there's no time for bust cage, or you don't want to use a bra cup, this method works perfectly. So you guys, are you going to be trying this? Because me, I'll be trying it. I actually tried this with other bustiers that I did, and it was perfect. But you know, to get this accurate fit, guys, your under bust tightening and your over bust tightening must be perfect. If you guys want me to give you a tutorial on your under bust tightening and your over bust tightening to have a perfect contoured bodice or bustier, let me know in the comment section. and tell me guys what you think about this method after you've tried yours. Bye. Thank you.